The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Hi guys, my name is Sean, and today we're going to talk about all of this little spooky stuff that I can say myself called The Graveyard Book. And, well, it's obviously called The Graveyard Book because there's a grave right here. And let's get into it. Somebody turn off the lights, please. Now, this might be a very spooky story, and here's a warning. If you're afraid of ghosts, don't watch this. The Graveyard Book is not like most spooky books, and let me tell you. In the beginning, in a boy's house, the name wasn't mentioned yet, a man with a bone handle and a knife that is still sharp even after 10,000 years. There was a man who killed the boy's family. Its older sister, its mama and papa, mother and the father. And the boy was the only one left, and it was just a baby. From the end, it was just 15 years ago, maybe. But after that, this was just a bit unpleasant. The baby was gone from his crib. The man can smell it, but doesn't know where he is. Now, the boy was adopted by a ghost, and when it reached out for them, he was puzzled by just touching air. That is crazy, do you think? Just touching air when you think there's somebody there. I told you, I warned you, don't watch this if you're afraid of ghosts. Now, these aren't completely ghosts, though. These were like half ghost, half human. They're not alive. They're not even dead. See? They're like some in the middle, if there is a middle. But there were 3 people: Mr. Owens, who is dead; Mrs. Owens, who is dead; Celia, who is neither alive or dead, somewhere in the middle. And that Celia was the boy's guardian. And they all called him Bod. Bod is short for nobody, and his full name is Nobody Owens. Nobody knows his family's last name because they're all killed. And nobody even knows what his mother and father and sister called him. So they just called him Nobody for Bod. Well, that's short for nobody. Now, as it continues to speed up, when Bod was 5, about 5, he was, made a girlfriend. Guys, he made a girlfriend. Okay, let me say who the girlfriend is. The girlfriend's name is Scarlet. Scarlet something. Well, her name is Scarlet, though, and that Scarlet was kind of like a scar. I'm not saying that I'm teasing her. So the Scarlet and the Nobody became quick friends, and after 10 years, and then when they were just 5, after a few months of meeting together in the graveyard, which was Nobody Owens' next home, the girlfriend Scarlet went away to Scotland so her father can teach some physics there in a university. I told you, this is spooky. And just 10 years later, we'll just get down to that 10 years later. The 10 years to be continued. But still, before we got onto those 10 years, this is something more important that during those 10 years, Bod went to regular school and he learned to fade. Fade, it means to disappear from the sight of the eye. Ouch, why did I poke myself? Anyways, fading is good, and also he's trying to adjust the fear part. Now, the fear part is that it's, not easy. He tried to do stuff, but he never made anyone feel frightened. When somebody tried to hit him in the nose, he quickly faded away, and it just hit the gravestone, which just hurt the hand so much. Yeah. And then after that school, he went back to home, and, you guessed it, he ate dinner, and his father, guardian, was mad at him, and, was mad at him and banned him from school again. That might seem weird that somebody banned you from school, but this happens. Like in the road down Matilda, his father and mother banned him from school, and they just went her to school because that the principal hit everybody with something. Okay, 10 years to be continued starting now. After those 10 years of Scotland, Scarlett returned back before Christmas. And Bod and Scarlett met and they didn't know each other. They looked familiar to each other though. What's your name? Bod, said Bod. And Bod asked Scarlett, what's your name? Scarlett. Of course, you look familiar. And then she asked Bod, what does Bod stand for? Nobody. And well, they became quick friends once again. After the friend reunion, the man Jack who killed Bod's family went to kill Bod. But Scarlett was important for Bod, so he hid her in a hill. In the hill, I mean it, guys. There's a door though, and Bod went to faded and got the man Jack to smell. Sorry, I got a phone call. Sorry, my mom got a phone call. And also, all of this happened in a very few moments, and this little Bod stuff, you might know, is ridiculous. I don't think this is very ridiculous stuff, but I think this is very ridiculous. Bod was invisible, and then he got something with 3 heads to coil around the man Jack, and well, instantly wrapping it until the end of time. Just a minute. I had to open the door. Okay, now all of this might have happened in the graveyard book, but after when Bod was 15 years old, his ghost left the graveyard and told Bod to leave the graveyard and be free. And he still had the freedom of the graveyard though, so he can visit the graveyard anytime he wanted to. And well, that was the end of the adventures of the graveyard, and well, that was it for the story. This story is a Newbery medal book. If you like this video, please hit that like button. And also, if you're new to my channel, then hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification button so you wouldn't miss any of my videos. And you can just hit the bell button so you wouldn't, well, get my video. So you will get my videos first. And I'll see you next time. Shannon out. Ooh. Sorry guys, I flipped my glasses. Shannon out.